This candle really does bring a smile to my face. Oh my gosh. What a happy smell for your nose.
I just want this forever.
I just want it back. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to ChefWhale. Today we're reviewing Caramel Cream Soda by Bath & Body Works. This is one of those candles, maybe one of 3 of their newer sets that are part of their summer line. One that I've been curious to smell, and I'm happy to report that it's probably the most fun candle that I've smelled, at least on cold, in a while. And this is one of those candles that I do not want to burn. Because it is so much fun to open this and take a whiff. I am so excited to review this candle today. As far as the label goes, nothing really fancy going on. I mean, from the back, if you look at this candle, it is just pure white wax in a clear jar. This is one of their less label... This is one of Body and Bath Works. I think I'm having a stroke. This is one of Bath & Body Works' less interesting jars and wax colors. It's just white wax in a clear jar, which is totally fine because then you expect a label on the front end that kind of ties it all together. And that's not really the case here. I think that the label on this is pretty boring. It's a Ferris wheel, which is what you're typically getting with their summer boardwalk candles. I think the summer boardwalk candles from last year had Ferris wheels on them. To Bath & Body Works, summertime equals Ferris wheel. It don't get more summer than a Ferris wheel for Bath & Body Works. But I will say that the saving grace for this label is the pop of color that the trim gets. I want to hear what you have to say about that because this color, especially with the purple lighting that we've got on our bookshelf, this orange, it pops. It's like an electric orange. Like it's an orange that catches your eye. It's an orange that makes you want to go get a black light just to see how funky it looks when you shine it on there.
I was just about to say, it's got the same sort of feel as like when you have a black light on and something is really glowing. I will say, I don't totally agree with your assessment of the label. I do feel it is subtle. I feel that, of course, it's kind of a cop-out to not have a label that goes all the way around. But the imagery that they're using evokes more of a feel of like a Polaroid picture. It's got that vintage Polaroid feel that, you know, typically we can't associate with like summer photographs. It almost is a throwback to like, I would say the 60s or 70s.
Like Coney Island.
Right.
Like,
and then you get this pop, this very subtle pop of like neon colors. So I think it's a really interesting mix. It's also not so in your face vibrant that this won't go with a lot of different decor. This is a candle I feel comfortable putting out into my living room or on my kitchen table without having to hide it behind a candle holder or something like that. This is subtle enough that I can leave it as is, which personally I prefer. I like that style, but it may not be for everyone.
And I guess it really depends on your candle holder. You could have a beautiful ChefWhale like we do here. And this is a candle that perfectly fits ChefWhale's need for a chef hat. I think it's one of those candles that blends into the background with your candle holder. So if you do really have like something nice as far as a 3-wick candle holder goes that you really want just something that fades into the background, this is one, even if you face it label forward, it's not going to be some funky looking that throws off the funness of your candle holder. I actually agree more with what you said than what I said initially. I don't think that this is a bad label. It's a label that I think they could have had way more fun with. I think that you could definitely do something a little bit more summery than a Ferris wheel. I will say the one thing I really do appreciate about this label is the texture. It's almost like they made the label out of like a linen. Like it's a very rough stitch. Just running my fingers over it, I can feel the tingles on the tips of my fingers from it. And they could have just put a plain sticker and phoned it in. But for a basic candle that you're just going to put a forward-facing label on, it's inoffensive, it's got a nice texture, it's got a nice pop of color. I'm not really mad at it. Now, one thing that is kind of a nice little hidden treat with this candle is the lid.
Yes.
This, I think, is... It's just so much fun. We saw this in the store, and the first thing I commented on with this line was how much fun this lid is. This is one of those lids that I will file this away, and then whenever we do get a crummy lid for a Christmas candle later on this year, or a summer candle next year, or whatever it is, I'm popping this bad boy on. It's going to be fun. The fragrance notes for this candle: caramel syrup, bubbly cream soda, rich vanilla, and natural essential oils.
Oh. if you have a Bath and Body Works store near you, please, please, please go run and get this.
If you don't get it, you at least need to smell this candle. Like, if you don't like it, I still think that the experience of smelling this, it's worth a pop into the store.
This is what they hit very well on. The bubbly cream soda. Oh my gosh. That same sensation you get when you take your first sip of a nice ice cold soda, like cola, Pepsi, whatever your choice is there. It's got the same sensation. If anyone has ever had the bottle caps candy, this is dead on for that. It is so good and so nostalgic. And I am pulling a David, and I almost don't want to burn this. Because it's so good on cold and I don't want to change the smell. But I am excited to burn it and to see if this will translate.
That's what I'm most interested in. The way that this translates into burning. Because on cold, this is one of the most fun candles I've smelled since we started collecting candles. Morgan is exactly right. I have this thing with candles where I will smell a candle on cold and I will love how it smells so much that I don't want to burn it because I don't want to introduce soot or smoke into the smell of the candle and screw it all up. This is one that is such a fun smell when you pop it open. The way that they have translated that effervescence of that bubbly cream soda to hit your nasal. I don't know what kind of
palate.
Yeah, to hit your nasal palate. I don't know what kind of chemical voodoo is happening inside of this candle, but it smells like it's just so weird. Like, you can smell bubbles. Like, it's the strangest thing with this candle. And Morgan's bottle cap comparison is dead on. On cold, it's like a very effervescent cola flavored bottle cap candy. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have that sugary sweetness to me. Like, it's got caramel and it's a soda candle. This candle is so much fun to smell that I'm already excited for next spring. Or the end of next winter, when we pull out the trunk of all of our warm weather candles, pop this bad boy open and hit that first whiff of the year with this. So excited for that. Like, I can already tell you, unless this thing is terrible burning, this is a double up candle for me.
Yes.
And to clarify our rating system, double up means that we're going to buy two. Generally, for me, that means so I can burn one and then I can keep one on cold. Purchase is just, hey, I just want one. I'm going to burn it. When it's gone, it's gone. And I think that really the worst rating we can give a candle is a straight up return. Yeah.
This is a double up for me as well. This is like, I want this always available for me to smell. All summer long.
Just to keep cracking this thing open. I don't even want to burn it. And honestly, this is one of those candles. It feels like such a delicate smell that when you do introduce flames to it, sometimes with those candles, like, you have a lot in your collection of fruity smells, floral smells, kind of. When you introduce flame to, all I get is just soot, that burnt leftover fire smell. And I just don't want to poison some of these candles that I love on cold so much with that.
This is not necessarily a subtle smell or like a delicate smell on cold. Like, it is strong. Like, you're not searching for those smells.
That's a point I disagree on. What I meant by delicate is like introducing fire to this.
That's fair.
So if we were to take this candle and burn it and then bring it back and pop it open for that same experience,
it likely will not be the
same. It will probably be affected a little bit, is what I'm saying. So if you do take our advice and you go out and you smell this candle, you may want to buy one to keep on cold. You may want to buy one to burn.
But we're going to go burn it and we're going to let you know for sure.
We certainly will. So I thought it burned pretty well. All things considered, it was a really good burn. The wax pulled really well. The only problem I had with the burn of this candle is the fact that the wicks are very tall and very thin. Mm-hmm. With our candle here, the wicks do kind of have that mushroom tip. If you were to touch these wicks at all, they'll snap in half, and then I wonder how much they're going to struggle the next time we break this thing out.
We also noticed that as it was burning, the wicks were kind of like flopping over.
They are droopy wicks. I don't know exactly why there's so much variance between wick performance with a lot of these candles, because buttered popcorn that we reviewed before this, very thick wicks. Sour melon drop very thick wicks. They don't move around at all. Pretty sturdy. They're not prone to snapping, but some of these have really thin wicks. If you guys know exactly why that's happening, I would love to know, because that's one thing that we have never understood with these candles. As far as the burn, they pulled up fine. It was great. Now, the smell. I was very nervous about this candle not translating while burning. I thought that this was going to be a candle that smelled so good cold that was ruined by flame. And I'm glad to say that was not the case. I thought the throw was pretty potent for what it was. I think that you could walk into the room and still smell that effervescence that we mentioned. You still get that bottle cap like smell.
Yeah. What would you rate it out of like a 10?
For throw?
Yeah.
For the throw, I'd probably rate it in our 12 by 10 by 9 bedroom, whatever it is. I would probably rate it around a 6 or 7. I don't think it was anything that peeled the paint off the walls. I don't think you would walk in and just be like, oh, wow, like that is pungent. There's enough there for you to really walk in and just say, oh my gosh, like there's that candle that I was so excited about burning.
I'd agree with you. And even like after we put it out, the smell lingers in our bedroom as well. So like it's there for a while afterwards. So I'd give it the same rating. Now,
we didn't really get a lot of the caramel as it was burning. Yeah. This is more of just like a cream soda candle.
Yeah, they could have gotten rid of caramel in the name. Yeah. That would have been fine.
It was a great cream soda candle. I'm just thrilled that while it's burning, you still get that effervescent note. I really thought that was going to be lost in this burn. And I think there's the black cherry spritzer that's also got that effervescence. And there's another candle from last year that I wish I could remember. Oh, it was the blueberry lavender spritzer.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, we've got that one out for the spring and summer right now. And that one's still got that same effervescence and one of my favorite candles to pop. So I absolutely adore that. So for me, like smelling this on cold, seeing how it translates while burning, this is for sure a double up candle for me. Like this is something that I want to take buttery popcorn back to the store for and just grab another one of these. I mean, it's a really, really lovely smell on cold, and then it translates well while burning, and that's really all I can ask for one of these candles, besides maybe something a little bit better than a Ferris wheel on the wall. So.
Yep. Nope. I agree with everything that you said.
Bath & Body Works does effervescence very, very well. Yes. I mean, really anything that they add that soda note to is something I'm probably going to enjoy. The next time you catch yourself in store, definitely give this a shot. I would say even if you're ordering something online, add it there. You don't like it, I'd kind of be shocked, but at least something that you can swap fairly easily. This is a slam dunk candle for me.
Agreed. That's
all we've got for caramel cream soda from Bath & Body Works. Definitely leave us a like, subscribe if you want to see more content, and we'll speak to you guys in the next one. We'll talk to you guys in the next one. We'll review a candle for you in the next one. We'll review more candles for you in the next one.